Once again, we gather to bring us up to date on the operations and decisions of Pikeville city government. Who better to call upon than one of the city commissioners, Barry Cheney. Barry, it's been almost a month since we've done this.
It has, and I've missed you, Homer.
Well, I've missed you too. That's a personal comment. Not only do I enjoy learning about our city, but I enjoy the time we spend here on Pike TV. Now, within a month, I'm going to make an assumption that a lot of things have taken place, a lot of decisions have been made, and one of the things that's happening in our city, the coal severance tax and its allocations out of Frankfort.
Yes, it is, Homer. That's kind of been a hot button issue as of late. But one thing I'd like to talk about coal severance. We've had nearly 40 years of coal severance. When the tax was first placed on, placed on coal and natural gas, the purpose of coal severance was to prepare those coal-producing counties for the day that there would be no coal. The overall purpose of it was to be able to diversify these economies, that that the day would come, there was no coal, that they would be able to survive, that growth would continue, that people would be able to stay in the mountains. So, one of the questions that I have after 40 years of coal severance, are we there yet?
The answer is?
If we took coal out of our economy today, I'm afraid we would be in bad shape, and that really concerns me.
Would it be fair to say that the coal counties have become addicted to that stream of revenue?
I think they have. I think a lot of times that the money is misplaced. I think maybe people are dependent on it to supplement budgets, and we've not taken that step forward to prepare ourselves for the future, prepare our children for their future. I don't think we've done a good enough job diversifying our economy, even though there's been some big steps, big accomplishments in this. We've not got there yet.
Since you've identified the problem, do you have a possible solution suggestion?
Well, I think that probably one of the areas that we probably need to start in is look at what we've done with it, and then look at what we need to do with it. One of the things that we're doing with coal severance that we're going to receive is we're going to start the design of a sewer plant. The reason that's important to us, and reason it's important to Pike County, is that over 10,000 people a day, Homer, come to work in the city of Pikeville. 10,000 people a day. Well, really actually just over 10,000 people a day. And that's the people that we've got on record that are paying occupational tax to the city of Pikeville. Our present sewer plant, which I may have jumped into this a little bit too early, but
you take us wherever you want to take us, Barry.
Oh, okay. Well, the present sewer plant that we've got is a 2 million gallon plant. To give you a little history of that plant, it's not been all that long ago that plant was only servicing or had a 635,000 flow. We've grown that much in the past 6 to 8 years. We've over doubled our flow. We've over doubled our growth in the city of Pikeville. And we've taken a place as the economic hub, not only in Pike County, but in the region. Those 10,000 people that come to work here every day, there's over 40,000 people a day that come to the city of Pikeville for goods and services. When we grow, it's important for Coal Run to grow, and they're growing as well. And we service them with sewage and water down there as well. So this sewer plant that we've asked for coal severance for, to build that, we've got to look at maybe building a 4 million gallon facility. We've discussed, which I'll just go ahead and get on into the sewer plant. We've discussed going with a membrane system that could give us a 6 million gallon system in the same footprint that we've got down there that would last for 30 years, and that's important. But the sewer plant, with what it means to not only the city of Pikeville, but also what it means to the city of Coal Run, becomes the most important economic issue or economic development project in eastern Kentucky. I hope I've made sense. I've got
You
a little
certainly
wrong.
have. In order for us to better understand what you're talking about, can you put a dollar figure on the sewer plant, the upgrade or the change?
Well, we're going to have, we're looking at two systems, Homer. The iFast system, which would be a $17 million system, or the membrane system, which is a $20 million system. The iFast system, you know, it does an adequate job. It falls within Department of Water's guidelines and is a good system. The membrane system that we're looking at could give us a $6 million capacity on our same footprint. We could use the same tanks that we've got down there, but we could clean 6 million gallons of flow a day, which would give us growth for the next 30 years. But the price tag for that is $20 million. And
are you looking for coal severance funds for this funding period to cover that cost?
oh no, there's no way we can get that much coal severance to cover the cost of that. The design for that is what we're going to get into. We've got to get the architect to design this, to design the sewer plant. Then we need to go to different areas, look at different parts or different pots of money that'll be available to us. But it's just getting it done, deciding which system we're going to go with, and that's what the question is right now. With the membrane system, the water that comes from that will be cleaner than the water that comes from our water plant at present. So we like that. We like the ability to have the 6 million gallons flow that would more than cover our growth for 30 years versus the 4 million.
What are we talking about in terms of site, Barry? Where is this going to be located?
Well,
upgrade on the present site or a new site?
Yeah, it's going to be on the present site, which saves us from purchasing more property and would save us also from rerouting a lot of sewage. And by putting it on the present site would also give us the ability to by using the present site, you're still able to grow, but without the cost of moving it, without the cost of purchasing new property, and it's
for the benefit of the audience. Would you place the present site? Where is it located?
Well, it's at the east end of the Poly Addition, back up in the hollow where the old animal shelter used to be. And it's sort of a remote location in the city and not a house where nobody can see it over there.
I understand. What portion of the needed funds are you receiving this year? Is it a done deal with coal severance? Are you going to get it?
Yeah, we're going to get it. It's pretty much a done deal. I think out of the coal severance allocated for Pike County, I think we're going to get 23% of it. We're getting 24% of it, and City of Coal Run's getting 3%. City of Elkhorn's getting 5.3%, and Pike County will get 63.5% of coal severance allocated this year, and it's total is $13,130,000.
So it will be divided up in those forms. Is that funding based on a population pattern or what? How is it determined?
No, it's really you present, the term wish list has been used, But what we've done, we defined what we wanted our projects, what projects we wanted, what was most important to us. Donovan Blackburn's made 5 trips to Frankfort to emphasize with our legislators and other legislators, you know, why these things are important to us. You know, I made 2 supportive trips down there myself. You know, so you know, we've gone the extra mile to emphasize what we needed.
Let me see if I understand the process, Barry. The mountain delegation, that's the 3 legislators I refer to, Senator Ray Jones, Keith Hall, and Leslie Combs. Do they make recommendations to a committee or a group where the coal severance funds would go?
Yeah.
Does it go through the governor's office? Is he the final say?
No, he's not the final say. They, you know, they will decide with the other legislators, you know, where this coal severance money needs to go, and they will determine what projects need to be funded. Now, something I want to say about our delegation from Pike County. They've received some criticism, very unfair criticism, I think. You know, they're always available. You know, if you call them, they always call you back. I've talked to Ray Jones. He's been over in the middle of Martin County working, you know, for Eastern Kentucky over there before. Leslie Combs, she's called me. She's been out over in Letcher County. She's called me back. W. Keith Hall, he's always available. You know, they make $25,000 a year. They're down there 4 months one time, 2 months the next, and there's special call sessions that they'll be in Frankfort, and they have to pay all their own expenses. When they travel their districts, they have to use their own private vehicle. They don't get any cell phone, they don't have a secretary, they don't have, they're not paid for an office. They cover this district, do all their own phone work, and give a great deal of their time for very little money. And they do it because they love Pike County, they love Eastern Kentucky.
I will say in their behalf that they're not shy about what they do. Just recently they did appear on Pike TV and the programming and explaining how they arrived at their decisions, which basically amounts to recommendations to other bodies in the general legislature, General Assembly. They were not necessarily critical of other entities asking for money. Everybody put in a wish list, I suppose. You referred to it just a moment ago. And I'm anticipating what your answer is here. I want to frame this question properly.
Okay.
Do you think that the recommendations made by the mountain delegation were fair?
I think they were more than fair.
Would you like to expand on that a little?
Well, I think, well, especially the city's allocations. The city has never received coal severance money before the year 2005. And one of the reasons the city started getting some attention was, one, Donovan Blackburn came on board. 2, this is the economic hub of your county. This is the economic hub of the county. As I said earlier, 10,000 people come to work here today. That's the projections in the next 2 years. We're expecting 1,800 more people to go to work in the city of Pikeville within the next 2 years. So that's 12,000 people. 5 years out, you know, back to sewer plant, our flow is expected to increase by 1 million gallons. We're at 2 million now and expected to go to 3 million. Well, the reason that's going to expand is because that growth is projected to keep on growing. You know, what the end number is, who knows right now. But we are becoming a regional area, a regional hub, and our legislators have taken note of that. It's important for Pikeville to be successful. It's important for Pikeville to be successful so Coal Run can be successful. It's important for that to happen so Elkhorn can be successful. It's important for that because it helps the county to grow. So, you know, things that we have needed, projects that we have needed, you know, we've started getting coal severance, and most of the coal severance that we've gotten has been placed in infrastructure such as water lines, sewage lines, and those type of things. And most of that expansion has gone into the county.
Barry, notwithstanding the importance of the controversy over coal severance taxes, let's change just a little and deal with something a little more current and some of the operations of City Commission since you and I met almost a month ago. What's been going on? I have an agenda before me. But the agenda speaks in some technical terms and some descriptions I'm not familiar with. Maybe you can flesh it out for us. Facility plan update, $42,500. What does that deal with?
Well, that deals with our 201 service zone, Homer. That's all of our sewage and water. That plan has to be updated, and this will incorporate our sewage treatment plant, and that has to be presented to the Division of Water.
So this plays in a connection to coal severance and the sewer plant project. Let's drop down on the agenda sheet, Barry. Second reading of an ordinance, supplemental code of ordinance. What does that deal with?
Well, now, Homer, you're going to see that probably about every 3 to 6 months. And what this is, whenever we have an ordinance, we have to send this off to a company, and they look through it, check for grammar, and check and make sure that it's within the law. And that we can do it. And whenever they do that, we have to update this code of ordinances and vote on that. And then that really is just a cleanup.
Keep you between the white lines.
Yeah, keep you between the white lines. And,
how about the occupational license fee? That's kind of a semi-hot button issue.
Well, well, this is you know, there was some gray areas in there, you know, over, you know, somebody came and worked one day in the city, and a few more little issues like that. This just clarifies that, you know, who needs to pay and how much they need to pay. And
there's no tax increase involved with that consideration?
No. We are I think our occupational tax is at 2% right now, and that's most as that can be allowed under law to charge. You can't exceed 2% occupational tax.
Chapter 93, Parks and Recreation. What did you guys talk about in
Well,
that?
this is an ordinance merely, it just is dealing with the cleanliness of our facilities. We have a lot of multi-use in them. You know, different entities use it, football or high school, college, all use it, and it just deals with keeping the facility clean, and put some penalties in there if it's not kept clean.
Okay, the audience may think we're dealing with inconsequential things, but all this needs to be considered. It takes your time, your interest, and your effort to keep it going.
Well, this is all part of doing business. I mean, you know, you from the smallest thing to the largest thing. It's just all part of business. It's I guess you could probably refer it back to the old broken pane theory that they used up in New York. Mayor Giuliani, when he took office up there, he said, if you've got a broken pane, you fix it, because if you don't, sooner or later the rest of them will be broke, and then comes graffiti and so on and so on. So it's taking care of business day to day, the small things as well as the big things.
Similar to an analogy I use, it's juggling eggs, and if you drop one, don't leave it there too long. It'll begin to putrefy on you. So you need to keep up with the small things as you go along. Not only do you deal with the larger things, which coal severance is gorilla in the room at the moment.
Yes.
A proclamation, some of the things that you and your fellow commissioners and mayor and city manager deal with, dealing with the fun things of life. That's
Yeah.
the Pikeville High School varsity basketball team
Oh,
proclamation.
Yeah, and you know, we've had the high school team in there before, and we've had several of the teams in there, and we all have played sports, and we all love it, and you know, we enjoy bringing the kids in and giving them some honor and congratulating them on what they've done. A lot of tradition at Pikeville High School, and you know, and a great bunch of kids, and this basketball team, I'll add, Homer, is you know, they're just a good bunch of all-American boys, I guess you could say. They just a good bunch of guys. They got a good name in the community, and I really like this team.
The next item, Barry, deals with the 2012 recycling grant, which I have some personal knowledge. I've worked closely with the Pike County Fiscal Court in the funding of that, and that is mainly an effort in April and October.
Yeah, that's the Pride grant.
That's the
comes
Pride
in.
grant.
But now the recycling grant is different, a little bit different, and we've applied for a grant for that, and we're going to see if we get it.
And that would deal with cleanup of the city, the roadways, any kind of illegal dumps, or
Well, the Pride grant deals with that, but the recycling grant is, you know, it is to encourage people to recycle. You know, then that's, you know, you want to be able to recycle, but you don't want to get into your garbage revenue either. So, you know, this is.
Well, I gave the misimpression that those two are tied together, and they're not. They're two.
Yeah, two different things.
Two distinguished different
but no,
things.
the Pride is the cleanup of the area, roadways, waterways. And,
City of Pikeville participated in that grant last year also.
we participated in that grant. Well, I know for the past 6 years, and so we've always received that, and always
That
put into that.
is a group that was founded, co-founded by Congressman Hal Rogers.
Yes, it was.
And I understand he will be in our area
April 4th.
April the 4th here in Pikeville. And
Yes, and
he will be promoting, along with, is this the co-founder, Robert Peterson, Colonel Peterson?
yeah,
So they will be here
Yeah.
to talk about Pride cleanup. Hillbilly Days coming up on us.
Yes,
Seems
it
like it
is.
was just yesterday.
yeah. Everybody's looking forward to it. All the city employees are looking forward to it. We're going to be, City Hall will be closed. I think it's the 19th and 20th, but we will have, since that's tax time, we will have a tax person here. Tax office will be open, be one person in there to help with. those
That's
last
important
minute
because
tax.
there are certain occurring deadlines with
Yeah.
the tax payment by individuals,
Yeah.
and they need to have access to that office in order to stay current. Anything about Hillbilly Days you can tell us that may be a little bit different from last year?
Well, no, I don't know anything really any different.
Can't improve on perfect, is that what you're saying?
Well, well, Jesse Bowling does a good job. All the city employees do a good job working in that, and you know, it's a good time. I think last year they were able to get $72,000 for the Children's Hospital down there. I'd like to see that increase, but you know, too, this is you know, after winter's over and everybody just enjoys getting out and coming to town and coming to Hillbilly Days.
Not only has Jesse Bowling done a good job, as you just said, the events coordinator for the city of Pikeville, this puts an added burden on the police and fire department during this 3-day period.
It does, and you know, those the police and fire department are the unsung heroes of the city. You know, they're always, any event you have, they're always involved. They're always there. They always keep things going smooth, keep trouble down. They do a very good job.
The police department, I'm sure, advised to be tolerant but not be lax in enforcing the laws in the city.
And you know, they, like I say, they make good decisions. They think well on their feet, and you know, they make good choices. I'm very pleased with them. I've seen them in action, and you know, they're not over.
We look forward to another 150,000 or so people, whatever the final number is.
Yeah.
Once again, I've got news for you. You've been giving me news. Now I have news for you. Our time is up. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
Time has moved along here on us.
Maybe we get our show out of Mr. Greenfield.
That'll be between you and Mr. Greenfield. They'll let me know if that's all right. Thank you, Barry, for sharing with us the operation of the City of Pikeville, and I hope we get together soon.
Thank you, Homer. Enjoyed it.
It's been the City Commissioners Report on Pike TV. Thank you.